So much for the saying you can never have too many defensive backs. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes.
I'm a grown-ass man. See, I'm a grown-ass man. Grown-ass man.
Hey everybody, King Dingbat here. I'm in my garage with a cigar. It's only a candy cigar because my wife won't let me smoke one after I put that big fat head up in our bedroom.
Let's get rid of that. At this point, I'd be happy for Dak to be playing for somebody else. And my team stinks. I agree. Stinks.
They laugh about us. We're a disgrace. We suck.
I am now Philly 500's bitch.
Dallas still stinks. What am I doing? King Dingbat here, and we are 1 week away from Eagles kickoff. Eagles play in 1 week versus the Washington No Names. Cannot wait. I will be streaming that live. It will be fun. Now, the Eagles have made some interesting roster moves. We're going to get into it in a second, but before I do that, I have to do this. I have to take a second out, and I have to reach out to a friend. Adrian Fedku of the Bitter Birds, Blissful Birds. If you watch this video, if you stumble on it, if anybody who talks to him watches this video, please contact me. Text me, call me, email me. I don't care what time of the day, 24/7, don't matter. I've tried to text you, email you, call you. Nothing goes through. And I need to talk to you, need to see how you're doing. If you get a chance, Adrian, please contact me. Please. I want to talk to you. Now, getting into the Eagles, the big move that came early this morning was the release of Cre'Von LeBlanc. Now, the Eagles cut LeBlanc really is a shocker. They only have four defensive backs. It's like, what are they doing? But they cut him to pick up a running back off of the Detroit Lions waiver wire, Jason Huntley. He was a 5th-round pick in 2020. He's maybe a fast, little bigger version of Adrian Killins. Very fast, very explosive, like 5'9.5", 193 pounds. Don't know much about him, only from what I've seen highlight film-wise. He's explosive, and I could see why the Eagles would claim him. I'll put a link to his highlight film in this description. But the Eagles pick him up. I knew they were going to keep 4 running backs. I knew it. But they pick him up. They cut Cre'Von LeBlanc, which I think they only have like 4 corners now, which is crazy. And I think the plan is to bring Cre'Von LeBlanc back. What I was reading was that if the Eagles put in a waiver claim for somebody, they can't use the IR. It will take too long to use the IR to make that claim. So, because you have to have a corresponding move. If you pick off somebody off waiver, you have to have somebody that you're cutting to get rid of. You can't put somebody on IR, so you have to cut somebody. So I think the plan is to bring Cre'Von LeBlanc back. Now, they could bring him back on the practice squad because this year you can bring veterans back of any age, as we're going to talk about in a second. But Cre'Von LeBlanc is gone. Hopefully nobody picks him up and he comes back to the Eagles. I like Cre'Von LeBlanc. Don't want to see him go. At the same time, I'm very excited about this kid that they picked up. So we're going to have to keep our eyes out. But you've only got 4 defensive backs. I mean, you have to keep more corners. They kept 6 safeties and like 4 corners on their team right now. I would assume they're going to try to bring LeBlanc back or somebody else because, defensive backs, like cornerbacks, go down quick. You never can have too much of them, okay? So they did that, and then the other crazy thing they did today was they re-signed Josh McCown, the quarterback, and they put him on the practice squad. Not only did they put him on the practice squad, but he's basically the Eagles' emergency quarterback. So if all the quarterbacks, let's say they go down because of COVID-19, they can't play, they're all in quarantine, he would be the emergency quarterback, and he would come up and play. Now, he's going to stay home. He's not going to be at the Eagles' practice facility. He's basically going to be self-quarantined, and he will be an emergency situation. He's going to make $12,000 a week just staying at home doing nothing just to be the Eagles' emergency quarterback. I want that gig, man. Give me that gig. Any day of the week, I'll take it. So I think that's a good move, a smart move. He's somebody who's a veteran that could come in, probably play pretty quick. And you can't really complain about it. I don't have no problem with that move. The Eagles did finally announce their practice squad, and I kind of waited today to do this video to see who were the guys that were officially on it. So I want to kind of go over who's on their practice squad this year. Here we go. There's only, okay, as of this, what I have right now, there's one spot left for somebody, so we'll see who it is. Let's see. So the Eagles bring back Grayland Arnold to the practice squad, Deontay Burnett. Both those guys I didn't think should get cut. I'm glad they're back. Travis Fulgham is back. Running back Elijah Holyfield is back on the practice squad. Center Luke Juriga is back on the practice squad. Running back Adrian Killins Jr. is back on the practice squad. I didn't want to leave him. They put all those guys out front early so teams wouldn't claim them, so they'd have a better chance to make it through waivers. Guard Sua Opeta is back. Joe Osman's back on the practice squad. That's pretty good. Elijah Riley is back. Prince Tegawanahu comes back on the practice squad. Michael Warren, defensive tackle Raekwon Williams, defensive back Trevor Williams, tight end Caleb Wilson, and I'm assuming Josh McCown. It was that one guy left on the practice squad. I'm not sure, but those are the guys that are those are the guys that are on your practice squad this year. I like it. I like a lot of those guys. A lot of those guys clear waivers. I did not think we were going to clear waivers. And I don't think it wasn't because they weren't talented or teams wouldn't want them. I think it's because the Eagles cut them early, that teams really hadn't gone through their own rosters. They couldn't afford to put in that waiver claim, maybe even look at these guys. So I think the Eagles, I think their practice squad is pretty good, man. I like it. I think it's pretty good. It's pretty set up. What I'm curious about now is how are you going to add pieces to this roster during the week? Especially at the defensive back position, because 4 corners to me is not enough. It's going to be interesting to see what they do and how they do it. But that's pretty much what's going on right now. It's going to be an interesting week because today, as far as I'm concerned, it's football season. We are in week one mode right now. Redskins, no names, Eagles this Sunday, 10 o'clock. It's going to be awesome. Nobody in the crowd. That's going to be kind of weird. But we got football nonetheless. I will be streaming. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.